What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down how to snap down properly. We're going to be talking about how low you guys should be getting on your breaks at the top of the route where you have to use that trigger step, how you guys can create as much separation as possible at the top of the route from your hip drive, and how you guys can create energy with your breaks. Okay, so I hope this helps you guys out. Hope it teaches you a few new things about the mechanics of route running and how you guys can just improve your overall game as a wide receiver. But also, fellas, we're offering something new on our website. We just came out with our wide receiver 28-day gym program 3.0. So what it is, this is the most advanced program that we have on our site. It's all the specific gym exercises wide receivers need to do, but just taken up a notch, right? We're working on a lot of one-legged exercise to help you with cutting, explosiveness, grip strength, hip mobility, and just all the things that are going to translate onto the field, but just taking up a couple different levels, okay? So I hope you guys can check that out. Very first link in that description below if you feel like you want a more advanced wide receiver gym training plan. Let's get started with this video, okay? So now, this is the route that Calvin Ridley got a lot of publicity for in training camp, but a lot of people said that it took too long, so we're not necessarily going to focus too much on the route because I do believe that this is a little bit longer developing. We're going to mainly focus on this aspect of the route right here, where he's breaking from this post back to the out, where he has to snap this thing off, almost like a whip route in a way, but we're going to be talking about how low you need to get with the hips, right? So when he gets into the break, the one thing that you guys always want to be concerned with, no matter what route it is, whether it's a post route, whether it's a post out and you're breaking back towards the out, a comeback, a stop route, you have to be able to sell vertical at a certain point, right? Or sell the post if it's a double move, whatever. How we actually do that is we have to have speed into the break, right? I'm not going to preach to you too much about that, but the only way that you're able to change direction while having full speed, while being in full stride into a break, is by being violent with your hips and actually dropping low. When you think about it as you're like a little kid, right? And you're running around in your house and you have like a hallway right here. For you to turn this corner super tight, you'd have to get super low to turn the corner, because if you try to run this thing up high, you're going to drift all the way off. If you're in socks, you're going to skid off of this thing. So you want to think about that when you're running routes. You want to think about how low do I need to get at the top of this break to be able to make a tight change of direction to where I can get from point A to point B as fast as possible. So you see how when Ridley gets into this step right here, we call this a trigger step. That's the thing that starts that snap of your hips. So when you're running a comeback, you're running a stop route, that trigger step is the step that drops your hips into the break, right? So you see when Ridley drops down, a lot of it, there is a level change, right? So like he's running high, there's a drop. There's a drop down of his pad level. So many guys, they'll just step super hard. They act like they're snapping down, but there's no drop of their butt. There's no drop of their chin to their knee, and they don't get to this explosive position that we need to get to. We got to make sure that every single time I'm dropping to that explosive position, this is a position where I can create energy. It's like a 40-yard dash. When you're running a 40-yard dash, you don't pop up and stand up and try to run as hard as you can because you'll run out of gas. Same thing with the route. You want to get low, have that explosive position where it could drive you back to whatever kind of break that you are making, whether you're just putting the brakes on and stopping, or whether you're getting out of this thing and running a 90-degree cut like an out route, almost looks like a whip route in a way, or maybe even a dig or a comeback. Whatever it is, we have to get to this low explosive spot, right? So when I drop down to here, it's very important that throughout the steps that I take after that, I'm not concerned with the number of steps. I'm concerned with the time it takes for you to get out of there, right? So what a lot of people will do is that they'll snap on that first step and then they pop everything up. They'll drop down and then they pop straight up in the air. They get low but they don't stay low. You want to get low and stay low, because when you pop up, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be nice and tall. You're going to have too much speed going into the route and you're going to drift, and that takes extra time. It's not about steps. It's about eliminating time at the top of the break. So what Ridley does such a great job of is when he gets low, he stays low and he's able to actually drive out of there with his feet. For like the first 2 to 3 steps, you want to stay in that low explosive position. Obviously, you have to stand up to run out of the route, but that's the spot that we need to get to. Make sure we're dropping down, we're snapping. I'm actually having a change in my pad level to be able to decelerate. Then I stay in that low explosive position, because that low explosive position allows me to turn the corner tight or get out of this break on a dead straight line. And then I'm able to create energy to where I can accelerate out of this route and widen the distance from the DB. The goal is to win the race to this spot, and I can only do that if I'm accelerating out of the break, and that comes from creating energy at the top of the route. Okay, let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Ridley here, being able to snap in and out of this thing. Maybe this route did take a little bit too long, right? In an actual game, maybe it's a little bit different of a split, a little bit different timing, but the mechanics of the snap down is what the main focus is, and Ridley does a great job of that. All right, guys, if you have not heard, we are going to be in Miami, Florida on January 8th for a 4-hour-long quarterback, wide receiver, and DB camp. We'll have all the skills positions there, is working on specific techniques, and we'll be doing live 7-on-7, live one-on-ones, and opportunities for you guys to compete and win certain awards for being the best performer at this camp. So if you guys want to come out, you guys are local to the Florida area, want to make the trip out, we definitely appreciate it. Great opportunity for you guys to come in and get some work. Check out that second link in the description below if you want to see some more info on what the camp itinerary will be for that day, okay? And again, fellas, if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, leave that in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. I'll see you guys next time.